Vitalik went kind of like off on a tangent, even though, the merge is happening. Maybe Vitalik had one too many, or, laying it thick with the sauce, right? He's arguing for taxes. One thing that people don't appreciate enough about land taxes or even property taxes is that the existence of the tax means the property is much cheaper for you to acquire in the first place. You could put the difference in stocks and pay the tax out of the price gains. Well, I mean, that's duh. He's just basically saying, well, you could go invest. You could put your money somewhere, right? And then usually pay for the tax. So why are people complaining? I don't get the whole thing about, though, like, just because there's a land tax means that it's actually cheaper without. Even CZ is chiming in, though he's saying that it's still negative. You could still buy land with no tax and it'll be still cheaper, right? And then Vitalik tries to say all this stuff that makes it sound legit and smart, but it still doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And then the comments in here are just like, this reminds me of a 17-year-old TikToker in a bull market talking about how easy it is to make money in the stock market with these 3 simple steps. I think that's pretty right on. I don't know what prompted him to go off on a tangent like that and talk about how land and property taxes are a good thing. For those of you guys that are looking forward to this, the merge, Ethereum's merge, is coming up in 8 days. Less than 2 weeks. It's coming up right now. I'm not hearing anything about any bugs or anything that may delay this. So we have this to look forward to. And people are taking advantage. ETH trading volume, I've been hearing, is sky high right now, right? There's a ton of people that's also staking ahead of the merge, right? Even Coinbase is coming out with a liquid staking option so that you could get a CB ETH equivalent if you stake your ETH, which you cannot take out for like 12 months, right? So a lot of people very excited about this merge. And today Ethereum is moving up above 1,600. It's been stuck below 2,000 for quite some time, but it is, doing fairly better or a little bit better than Bitcoin over the last week and over the last few months. So there is a lot of excitement about Ethereum, and I do like Ethereum. I think it's going to do great things afterwards, although people are wondering if it's going to be buy the rumor, sell the news kind of event, right? Will it dump afterwards? There's a possibility, but seeing how much ETH is being locked up and seeing how much the issuance goes down by, I think Ethereum's going to see better days afterwards. So, and Bitcoin is still climbing up right now, having a little George effect right here, and that's fantastic. And we would love to see it go back right to 24,000, 25,000. Love to see that before the merge, because the merge is coming, and it's going to be huge. Absolutely huge, I think, for Ethereum, but also for the entire industry, for the whole entire market. If you're looking at dominance right now, Bitcoin dominance did come back up in a big way, back to 39%. It got as low as 37% recently. But ETH dominance is still holding high, above 20%, right? Can it continue? ETH has taken a little breather over the last few days. Even though it's above 1,700, it did not jump up more. Bitcoin has been outperforming it. But let's see. Leading up, we still have about 3 to 5 days until the merge, right? So we could definitely see some momentum beforehand. Can Ethereum pump above 20,000 beforehand? That would be pretty amazing. But the question is, even if it does, will we have a buy the rumor, sell the news kind of event? Or we go see a dump afterwards? Some people think we may. Some people think no, right? I think long run, the merge, moving the proof of stake, decreasing the ETH issuance, right? And now having a path to full-on scaling. All these things are positive for Ethereum. So makes me more bullish on Ethereum overall. But I guess we'll see. We'll see when the merge happens. So as for Ethereum, we're all set. So there was a final shadow fork, basically like a final test to see how the merge is going to be, and it is successful. So right now, It looks like everything is a go. 84.4% of the nodes are ready for the merge. Not everyone has upgraded, right? But I'm pretty sure leading up to the event, we'll get, probably well above 90%. But right now we are 84.4%. So that is also pretty fantastic. And you know what? It's ready. It's ready to go, right? So we've talked about this for a long time, okay? This merge, this beacon chain, moving to proof of stake has been talked about for years. It's been delayed for many, many years. I remember hearing about how it was going to be done in 2018. And then pushed back to 2019, pushed back to 2020, pushed back to 2021. Now pushed back to 2022. It was supposed to be beginning of 2022, then pushed back to mid-2022. Now pushed back to, the second half of 2022. And it's finally here. Doesn't seem like it's going to stop, so good. And here's, this is showing the percentage of ETH staked has pretty much been going up and up and up. It has doubled within the last month or so because a lot of enthusiasm over the merge. All right, so what is this big event, okay, that's happening next week? Well, it doesn't have anything to do with Bitcoin, but it has everything to do with Ethereum, right? So I've been talking about this quite a lot. A lot of times before you have a major event in the space, you do see a buy the rumor, sell the news type event happen, right? Before we get the merge, the Ethereum merge, which is coming between the 13th to the 15th. So that is next week, right? I do think that, especially now we're going into the weekend. Today is Friday. By the way, I didn't say happy Friday. Especially we're going into the weekend, we could see some volatility in a good way. We could definitely see some major movement before the major event happens, which is the merge, right? So I definitely think that that is probably the major driver of the entire space, not just Bitcoin. Right now, Bitcoin is definitely leading the way, but Bitcoin also has been really trailing the alts for quite some time. Just yesterday, Bitcoin dominance was at 37.2 or 3 or something. It was getting really low, right? So today, it's good to see that Bitcoin dominance did shoot up because it's up nearly 10%. But ETH dominance is still holding strong above 20%. And I do think that a lot of people are still really banking on this merge. And who knows what's going to happen afterwards, right? Even though the saying goes, buy the rumor, sell the news, sometimes it's buy the rumor, buy the news too. We have seen projects that have completed successful updates and they just continue to keep moving. They don't really come down afterwards. It doesn't have to be like that, right? But I do think that's going to be a major driver, major driver this weekend and next week, right? And we'll see what else happens. So very good. Very good indeed. If you're looking to buy Bitcoin and crypto for the first time and you don't know where to get started, head over to CryptosRus.com and click on the best exchange guide. Within, you'll find a list of exchanges that I recommend and some that I use on a daily basis. So if you want to learn more, head over to CryptosRus.com or utilize the links in the description of this video.